The dystopian image of 1980s Nazi-occupied Neu-Paris is filled with imposing designs towering over the former capital of France. While many of them play a vital role in the story of the game, one of them dominates over the rest not only in terms of size, but also purpose. What was once a beautiful landmark that the city was most known for has turned into a symbol of oppression and tyranny. A concrete tower that looms over the entire area for all to see. The structure in question, once known as Eiffel Tower, is now known as Siegturm. Siegturm appears solely in Wolfenstein Youngblood and acts as the central landmark within the city of Neu-Paris. While the presence of the tower has a symbolic meaning, it also acts as the base of operations for the upper echelon of Nazi forces alongside the secretive organization known as Fourth Reich. While the tower itself can be accessed only during the endgame quest, and after penetrating Lab X located underneath it, the courtyard leading towards the building can be entered through the high-security checkpoint located on the western end of the Riverside district that leads directly into the Siegturm Plaza. Much like any other major structure erected by the regime, Siegturm appears to be built of super concrete and has been constructed over the skeleton of the former Eiffel Tower, nearly doubling the size and height of the original. While the ground level is inaccessible to the player, it appears that at least one of the elevators located in each arm of the tower connects directly to the secret that you should vault that sits deep underground beneath the tower's location. The main floor hosts personal office of Lothar Brand, complete with a lounge area and a giant window overlooking the nearby districts of the city itself. The upper floor is a home to large halls with ominous machinery of unknown purpose, and it acts as the battleground for the first phase of the final boss battle of the game. Leaving this area will lead players around the outer rim of the building and into one of the corners adorned with artistic sculptures and waves of enemies patrolling the area. Many of the maintenance rooms located around that part of the building are locked behind doors which can be blown open only using the kinetic blast ability, revealing alternate ways to upper hall as well as some extra resources which can prove valuable in the battles ahead. The upper hall itself hosts another piece of machinery as well as stairs leading to the main elevator. The platform leads all the way up the tower and into the rooftop where the final stage of the game awaits. The rooftop itself features a helipad used to access the tower from the top, as well as 4 buildings which can act as a much-needed cover and a way to break the line of sight with enemy units. Upon finishing the game, the tower can be revisited through the replay option in the catacombs, however it cannot be entered again in free roam. As mentioned before, Siegturm is based on the famous Eiffel Tower, which was designed by 2 senior engineers at the company led by Gustave Eiffel. Their names were Maurice Quecla and Émile Nouguet. The project was designed with 1889 Exposition Universelle in mind, a world fair meant to celebrate the anniversary of French Revolution. While the design of the tower was sketched out in 1884, there would be very little progress in physical development until 2 years later, when a commission for the project finally came around. In early 1887, a location for the tower has been decided and the construction, which would take another 2 years, was finally underway. With that, Eiffel Tower finally opened on May 15, 1889. Interestingly enough, the development of the iconic landmark had severe implications on the economy of Haiti, which was taken advantage of through predatory loans taken from the National Bank of Haiti by the French bank of CIC. Much like the fictional version in the game, the real tower consists of 3 levels. The first 2 host a variety of restaurants, while the third is a home to the highest public observation deck in European Union. Each floor is accessible either by stairs or by one of the 8 elevators that are located in the arms of the tower. The total height of the landmark measures 300 meters, or just a little over 1,000 feet. While there is no evidence of the structure playing any secret role within the universe of Wolfenstein, it could be a fun exercise to put a tinfoil hat on and indulge in some speculation. One thing that's worth pointing out is the suspicious location of both Siegturm and the original Eiffel Tower, which in this universe sits directly above one of that issued vaults. An idea of one of the most iconic landmarks of the time being placed in that exact spot seems like either a strange coincidence or perhaps a sign that there could have been more to its original purpose. While Gustave Eiffel nor any of the engineers working for him were Jewish, and thus unlikely to have been directly a part of that he should, it might be possible that he had some connection to the ancient movement, especially given his history as a world-class civil engineer. In such case, it could be possible that the tower had a secret purpose, and given the nature of the contents stored in the vault down below, it might have served as a form of beacon that allowed to travel through time and space. Of course, there is no physical evidence of this being the case, but once again, it is a fun little thought experiment in relation to the in-game lore of Wolfenstein. Regardless of its intended role, Siegturm has made its mark on the landscape of Nazi-occupied Paris, and the bastardization of the once iconic French landmark has likely played a vital role in spreading the propaganda across Europe. While the significance of Eiffel Tower might have changed within the universe of Wolfenstein, perhaps it won't be the case forever.